Organic. So we thought we'd delve into the world of organic food and find out what Canadian consumers need to know when they're in the grocery store. And that's where we find nutritionist Meghan Telpner. Meghan, thanks for joining us tonight. There is so much debate over organic versus non-organic. Is one really healthier and safer than the other?
I think that one is definitely healthier. I think there's been enough studies that show that there's more nutrients per bite in organic produce, and that comes from the quality of the soil that anything we eat is grown in. In terms of safety, we have to start to look at where we're getting our food actually from. So things can be grown organically in our backyard, they can be grown organically halfway around the world, and I think that's what becomes the question of safety.
And we use this term organic. What does it really mean, and is there much regulation over the organic industry in this country?
Well, in Canada, there's the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, which sort of dictates what qualifies as organic. And under the CFAI, there's also about 20 different certifying bodies. So each province almost has their own, and then there's various ones within that. In addition, there's also 5 associations that actually come and inspect farms to make sure they're living up to the organic standards. So it is very well regulated. But what those standards actually are gets rather complicated.
Rather complicated. And I hear what you're saying about buying locally. Does that mean that people are wasting their money on organic food?
No, definitely not. So you're going to get a better quality product when you buy organic, generally speaking. So it's not a waste of money, and it does cost more to grow food in that way when you can't rely on chemicals necessarily to kill out bugs and that sort of thing. But the local thing does come into play, and when you go to the farmer's market, you might spend a little bit more, but the quality of the food is going to be increased greatly, and you're insured a bit more safety because you know what farm that's growing from. Part of the challenge with this globalization of the organic food industry, which we're seeing in Spain and Germany with the Spanish cucumbers, and what we've seen before with spinach and with almonds, is that there can be various organic farms growing for one distributor. So everything gets grown, sent to one place, and then sent out around the world. So when there's a contamination like this, which is often waterborne, you're never quite sure where it originated and how far-reaching it has become.
So we want to be able to trace our food. So I know that you have some information for us about labels. What can you tell us that we should be on the lookout for? Okay, so I have right here an organic asparagus, which is in season now, so we should be enjoying it. And you'll see 2 things on it. There's the Canadian organic symbol, and then there's the USDA organic symbol. The other thing you'll notice is the PLU number. Organic food always starts with a 9. And the last thing you want to look at is the country of origin. So we like things grown in Canada. The US and Canada have an equivalency agreement, which means they both have to abide by the same standards when it comes to produce. Dairy and meat is a little bit of a different situation. So you want to look for those symbols on it, product of Canada, and that number 9. The caveat to that is that often smaller growers, whether they're organic, sustainable, may not be able to afford the certification required to get those labels on their food. So that's when it's good to know your farmer. Good advice. Meghan Telpner, thanks so much. Appreciate your time on this tonight.
Thank you.